Welcome to Tiwa Talks. So today is for food, and I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite food recipe, which is the king of the party. You can guess who that is. Just guess. Just take a guess. It's jollof rice. So today I'm going to be sharing my jollof rice recipe. Now I know that there's a lot of jollof rice food recipe online, especially on YouTube. But trust me guys, this is a very good one, because I'm not just only going to be like put this, put that, but I'm going to be giving you tips on how to actually make your jollof rice very, sumptuous and have that smoky, patty taste and all of that. Because what I actually noticed it. So yes, before we go into the prep and all of that, I would like to share my experience with jollof rice. So before now, that's like a year, about 2 years ago, before now, I never thought I could make jollof rice, because I'm like, jollof rice technicality is just a lot. Like, you have to be careful with this, you have to be careful with that. So I never made jollof rice. Like, I could make any other thing, but you see jollof rice, I would say no thank you. But one day I had a friend of mine was like, "Oh Tiwa, we have a party, I want you to cook jollof rice." And I'm like, hey, how am I going to say no to this? So I summoned the courage to make it, and obviously I really made it. That was my first time I made jollof rice for a lot of people, and it was really nice, and everybody complimented it. And since then I'm like, I can do this. So if I can do it, you can also do it, trust me. So let's go straight to the point. Let's leave the gist and just go straight to the point. So I'll be showing you my food. What we'll be needing. So if you're new to cooking jollof rice, I will show you some of the ingredients that you're going to be needing to cook your jollof rice. So the first thing, of course, that you need is your rice. You're going to need your rice, and then you're going to need your pepper, which is the red pepper, your onion, your chili pepper, which is also known as rodo. If you're in Nigeria, it's also known as rodo, and your ginger, your garlic. Depends, if you really like those ginger and garlic in your pepper mix, you can always put that. So I haven't blended all of that. This is my end result. So I blend it into a very fine and smooth texture, and I parboil it. So the reason for parboiling is just, I don't know why actually. I actually don't know why I parboil, but it has just been a culture for me to always parboil my pepper mix before cooking it with any other thing. Maybe even for my stew, for my regular sauce, I just prefer to parboil, because it gives it like a really nice taste as compared to when you don't parboil it. So I always parboil it. So having parboiled the pepper mix, this is what we ended up with. And then I have my sliced onions as usual. You need your onions for flavor, for taste, to make the jollof rice really come out nice. Then the seasoning cubes. So the seasoning cubes and salt. So I have about 6 cubes here. And then so this is the thyme, and then this is the curry. Then I have my salt, my pack of salt, in case I need more. Although I have some in the plate already, but you might need more when you taste along the line and see that the food is not exactly as tasty as you want it to be. Then I have my pack of tomato paste. So what I do is I just buy this very big pack of tomato paste and preserve it in my fridge, because it's economical, and because I cook jollof rice a lot actually, because a lot of people order for my jollof rice. So I always prefer to have like this big size, because it lasts longer. So you definitely need your tomato paste. And one other ingredient that a lot of people use, and I personally feel that it's not, if you don't have it, it's not as necessary as people assume or always say that it is your chicken or meat broth. I have beef broth here because I made beef a while ago, so I preserved it in the fridge, and this is the beef that I bought the other day. So for me, I believe that if you don't have it, your jollof rice can still come out as perfect as Your jollof rice can still come out as perfect as you actually want it to be, even if you don't have the chicken or meat broth in store. So don't worry, if you don't have it, you can always cook it and you'll be fine. Okay. So the last but not the least thing that you need is your vegetable oil. And for me, if you're a foreigner, or you're living in a Nigerian that's living in another country, or yes, if you're a foreigner or a Nigerian you're living in another country, you know that you would have noticed that most people don't just have they don't have just vegetable oil. So there's the sunflower oil, there's different types of oil actually. So it was when I got out of Nigeria that I realized that people don't only fry with just vegetable oil. So if you're in another country, you need to make sure that whatever oil you're using is the vegetable oil. It really doesn't matter. If you're okay with the taste of other type of oil, you can always use it, but me, I prefer the taste of my very own vegetable oil. So I use this brand. It's the Sunny blended vegetable oil. I use this brand. If you're in UAE, if you're in Dubai, you can always try this brand. This brand is really good, and it gives me the taste, the flavor that I want. So I always use this brand. Yes. So now let's go straight to our Now the oil is getting hot, so I'm just going to add my tomato paste to it. So the reason why I'm adding my tomato paste first is because I want the tomato to fry. But what I notice is that when the tomato doesn't fry properly, you still get the tomato paste doesn't fry properly. You still get that sour taste after eating, or while you're eating the rice. You add your onions. At this stage, after putting all of this, you need to turn your paste. You need to fry it, so you don't want it to burn, right? So you need to turn it properly to fry. So that while it's frying, it's not getting burnt. Even just from frying the tomato, like I said, this brand is really good. If you're in UAE, if you're in Dubai, you need to try it. But even just from frying this tomato, the aroma is inviting. Like someone can already tell. I'm sure my neighbors can already tell that someone is cooking something fantastic. Do it as well for frying. So let's go. I need to be doing this. So I still prefer my Nigerian brands. So thank you, mommy, for always sending these stuffs to me. Thank you so much. So I always prefer my Nigerian brand, and yes. So the curry and the thyme. I think I need to put more curry. I don't put enough. Yeah. Mix as well. So immediately after adding your pepper mix, you put your curry, salt and Maggi in the pepper mix, and then you also add bay leaf. I forgot to actually show my bay leaf at the beginning of the video, but yeah, you had your bay leaf and allow it to fry. You stir properly so that it doesn't get burnt, because if you get burnt, your rice might taste bitter at the end. After your stew braise has fried properly, you now want to add your rice, and then you put water. So the secret to actually making the jollof rice not to be soggy is that you put your rice first, and then you put a little bit of water in it. You don't put too much water at once, you put it gradually. So you put your water and then you cover. Like I always say, it's not the water that cooks the rice, it's actually the steam. So you want to cover it with your aluminium foil to allow the rice to absorb the heat and cook properly.
So yes guys, I want to just show you how to add water to your rice. Like I said, you can't add water all at once at the beginning. You have to add it gradually. So the way you add your water depends and determines how the outcome of your rice. So this is just how I do it. I try to create space in between the rice and just pour like, little water on the side and everywhere. And guys, don't stir your rice, please. You're not making a pie, you're making rice. Don't stir your rice. All you want to do now is just keep tasting the rice to see if you're satisfied with the texture. For me, I like my rice a bit hard, but even in this video it was a bit soft because I always get insulted for eating hard rice. But yeah, you keep just tasting, add water like I said you should, and keep covering. Don't forget to cover.
At this junction, the rice is ready, so now you can stir. But I also advise that you don't stir at this point because you still want the rice to be like single. You don't want it to be gummed together. So I always recommend that you cover it up for some time with the foil and everything, but definitely your rice is ready at this point. So yes, I'm done with cooking my jollof rice. So there's some little things I want to say again. I just want to emphasize on the texture of your rice. So for some people, they like their rice really hard, so that will determine the amount of water that you're going to put in the rice while it's cooking. But for me, I like my rice like in between, not too soft, not too hard, just moderate. So that also determines the amount of water I put in my rice. So like I said earlier, the essence of this video is to actually give you more tips on how to improve your jollof rice process, or how to improve making your jollof rice. So I would advise that you actually listen to the little tips that I gave while making the video. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to Tiwa Talks. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share this video with your friends. And if you're part of this Tiwa Talks family, thank you for always watching my videos. Make sure you try this recipe at home and let me know what you think, and let me know about the results. See you soon. Bye.